Jakob Chychrun. Not only is he back making his season debut tonight, but they announced shortly before the game he's got a 6-year extension for $4.6 million per. I will say this for John Chychrun, much like George McPhee, he knows the players that he wants to keep, and he makes sure that they're happy. Chychrun played a lot of minutes for Arizona last year, played a top 4 role, and clearly they still see him that way. Big kid, a lot of potential. I think the offensive potential is still there as well. I don't know how much. I don't know that he's ever going to be a guy who scores 40 points or 35, but he has potential there. He's scored 20 in his career before and coming back from injury. So a nice way to come back is instead of being a restricted free agent after this year, he gets $4.6 million next year and for 5 other years after that. It's not a bad way to make a living. I look at Arizona and I like what they're building. They're up against it tonight. As of me recording this, they're down 3-0 against the Detroit Red Wings. But you know, I will say Arizona does seem to have a vision. They do seem to be on their way to turning things around, and a guy like Chychrun could be a big part of that. Arizona doesn't have any cap problems. They're not going to have any cap problems, so this is kind of a no-brainer, I guess. Do I have concerns? Maybe. But with a big young defenseman like Chychrun, even if, let's just say next year he's bombing out and they decide it's not going to work, somebody would take that cap hit just for the combination of size and potential this kid has. You're not going to have a problem finding takers, so really there is no risk for the Arizona Coyotes. And again, they seem to be on the right track. And it's as weird for me as it is for anybody else. I look at Arizona right now. Let me just take a quick look here. I know they're not going to be anywhere near the top of this chart. And it's a day where we've seen a few guys getting put on waivers to get bought out. Like December's coming, and these teams know it. Let's go ahead and take a look at Arizona. So they're at 50. They're at 50 contracts. They can't sign anybody else. Their reserve list is at 72 out of 90, and I've explained that in other times. There are only free agents coming up this summer. Panik is this summer is an unrestricted. Restricted free agents: Krause, Cousins, Perlini, Archibald, Lyubushkin. They're all restricted. Osterley is unrestricted this summer, and Hunter Miska, who's the backup to Kemper right now, he's restricted this summer. I don't think that's a big concern. And then Boland's cap hit comes off the books this summer too. So, you know, it's honestly, it's a pretty good deal. Let me just take a quick look here. The roster size for next year, 15. So they still have projected cap space of $12 million next year. They have tons, and I believe that's including Hossa and other monies that they're not going to have to worry about. So Arizona's in pretty good shape. I think it's a good deal, but I'd be interested to know from Coyote fans, and yes, there are Coyote fans. We always have this discussion when I talk about the Coyotes. There are people who cheer for Arizona, and I'd be interested to know what they think. Fair deal? Solid defenseman? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. Just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.